Okay, after analysis, punta tayo sa, so this is video number 22. Maraming video itong course outline na ito natin. Then, after analysis, so pupunta na tayo sa design. Kasi yung drift natin is okay. Then yung wind drift and seismic drift. So balikan ko lang yung Excel ng seismic drift. So meron kasi ditong irregularities check din. Ito yung irregular, ito. So if the ratio of upper to lower level greater than 1.3, that is irregular. Or if less than 1.3, that is regular. Nasaan siya sa code? Nandito siya sa code, sa irregular structure. So, under siya sa NECP 208.5 208.4.5.2 irregular structure. So, meron tayo ditong pag irregular structure have significant physical discontinuities. Then, meron tayong exception dito. Ito yun eh. Where no story drift ratio under design lateral forces is greater than 1.3 times the story drift ratio of the story above, the structure may be deemed to not have the structural irregularities. Okay, ito yon. Yung nandun sa seismic drift kasama ng irregularities check. Okay, so okay na tayo dito. Ayun, yun nandun siya sa code. So, close ko na yan. Next naman, dito sa mga nagtatanong kung saan nakuha yung 5%. Okay, nandito yan sa manual. So, if you avail this manual or you buy the NECP code or mababasa nyo doon. Puntahan ko dito sa vertical and okay, before we go there, so ito din yung heads up ko lang dito sa stiffness irregularities. Ito yung 70% and 80%. Then weight mass irregularity. Then doon sa torsional irregularity, to be considered when diaphragms are not flexible. Ito yun yung torsional irregularity shall be considered to exist when the maximum story drift computed, including accidental torsion, at one end of structure transverse to an axis is more than 1.2 times the average of the story drift of the two ends of the structure. So, nandito yan sa checking natin ng torsional irregularities. Ito yun yung drift ratio. Ito yun. Ito yun yung ratio na yun. Pagka more than 1.2 ka, itong irregularity check magiging torsional irregularity exist. Pag ito greater than 1.2. Then, dito sa displacement din, may factor din ito sa displacement sa pag-compute nitong AX. So, yung AX natin, is displacement maximum all over 1.2 times average squared. Yan yung AX. Then, ito nga, yung AX na to, sabi ko kanina sa video number 21, ito yung value ng AX. So, not more than, it's less than 1. So, kaya, it's less than 1. And yung ratio naman dito sa drift is less than 1.2. Kaya, torsional irregularity not exist. Okay. Then, ito yung, balikan ko dun sa manual muna. Dito sa manual. Sa horizontal distribution of shear. So, dun sa mga nagtatanong, ito yun yung horizontal distribution of shear. So, where diaphragm are not flexible, the mass at each level shall be assumed to be displaced from calculated center of mass in each direction, a distance equal to 5% of the building dimension at that level, perpendicular to the direction of the force under consideration. Okay? So, yun yung 5%. The effect of the displacement on the story shear distribution shall be considered. So, considered naman yan dito sa ETABS. Okay, yan yung tinatawag na yung 5% na yon. Yung 5% na yun yung tinatawag nating accidental torsion. So, yun yung accidental torsion. So, due to construction imperfection, so pagka hindi perfect yung, let's say, yung geometry mo ng slab, let's say yung slab thickness mo nagkaroon ng nag-vary siya, lilipat agad yung center of mass mo. Okay, so yan yung accidental torsion, MTA, caused by the assuming displacement of the center of mass. So in such a way na ito na yung 5% na to, ito na yung considerably na shifting of the center of mass. Okay, then doon naman sa kino-compute natin na sa torsional amplification factor, yung sa irregularities nun. For example, ito yung building natin, then yung center of mass nito, let's say nandito. Tapos na shift siya dito. For example, ito yung accidental torsion. For example, itong blue, ito yung center of mass. Then yung accidental torsion mo, itong red, ito yung shifted 5% sa X and Y direction. So, let's say 5% ka dito, 5% nito. Okay, tapos yung green naman is ito, 5% naman yan nito. Yan yung yan yung accidental torsion or then next na gagawin yung pagka meron tayong inherent torsion or horizontal irregularities, ito yun yung inherent torsion naman yon. So, ipa-plus natin yun sa 5%. Let's say, nag-shift siya dito. Kuha ko ng ibang kulay. Ano pa ba? Yellow. Hindi kita. Okay. Halba, nag-shift siya dito. Ito yung i-consider nating length para ma-shift yung force natin along X and Y. Let's say Fx and Fy. Yan yung i-consider natin sa design. So, para malaman yon, kasi dito sa ginawa natin is torsional irregularity not exist. Okay. Puntahan ko yung ETABS. Nandito siya. Define load cases. Load cases. So, kung hindi ko siya i-amplify, kasi kasi torsional irregularity not exist siya Ayan. Or red. Torsional irregularity not exist. So, At all floors, 5% siya. Okay? So, nandito siya sa RSX. Let's say, click ko yung modify. Then, nandito yan sa baba. Diaphragm eccentricity. 0 for all diaphragms. Modify. Default eccentricity for response spectrum analysis. So, dito natin ilalagay yung kung anong floor yung may, let's say, 3rd floor to 4th floor. Yan yung i-amplify natin. So, ito is 0.05. Eccentricity ratio applies to all diaphragm except those overwritten below. So, ito, 5% ito. So, kung meron ka ditong value, ibig sabihin, except siya dito. So, naiiba yung value nito. For example. Okay. So, ang gagawin ko dito sa 3rd floor and 4th floor, for example, yung 3rd floor and 4th floor ko along X, para lang mapakita ko lang yung kung paano siya ginagawa. So, let's say, ayan. Ang gagawin ko dito, para maging torsional irregularity exists siya, let's say this is 1.2. Ayan, torsional irregularity exists. Then, let's say ito, 1.21. Ayan, torsional irregularities exist ito. Then, ang AX ko, kailangan is more than 1. Para ito, maging 5% above ito. Let's say, dito, gagawin ko is, let's say, ito is 10. Let's say, ito is 21. Ayan, 21. More than 1 na ito. Then, may value na ako ditong 3.64. Tapos, let's say ito kasi ang formula eh. Let's say maliit ito, 35 or 31. Yan, 5.9 siya. So, let's say, litan pa natin to para malaki yung eccentricity at 4th floor. So, let's say, 25. So, 9%. Then, ito naman na AX na to, not more than 3 dapat yan. So, puntahan natin dito. So, AX is delta max or maximum displacement divided by 1.2 times average displacement of the deflection sa magkabilang dulo. Pero we are referring to center of diaphragm dito, yung value natin na yon, yung mga displacement and maximum displacement and average displacement. We are considering the center of masses joints. So, delta max, maximum displacement at level X. Delta average, average displacement at the extreme point of the structure at level X, assuming AX equals 1. So, the torsional amplification factor AX shall not be less than 1 and is not greater than 3. Kasi pag 3 na ito, 3, the more severe loading in each element shall be considered for design. Okay. Pag naging 3 kasi yan, 3 times, ang mangyayari yan is, pag naging 3 ito, let's say I will override this, magiging 5% plus, so 15% na yung yung eccentricity niya. So, malaki na. So, yun yung limit. Not more than 3 ito. Okay, so let's say nagkaroon tayo ng value dito. Nagkaroon tayo ng torsional irregularity exist sa RSX max. Then, we will have 1.8 AX. Itong value na to. So, ngayon, hindi na siya not required. So, required na siya. Ito yung in meter. Ito yung times natin doon. Okay, so itong value na to is simply 5%. Ito yun eh. 5% times building length perpendicular to RSX max. So, sa force na yun, perpendicular siya. Then, itong Q24 natin na AX. Okay, so, it means 9% from the center of mass, masi-shift natin yung lateral forces ng 9%. 9.07%. Okay. So, I hope that is clear. Isi-shift mo siya. Then, pag na-shift siya, you consider yun sa lateral calculations, lateral distribution of the horizontal forces sa mga columns. Then, makakaroon siyang moment and tama yung design mo kasi na-consider mo siya. Pag hindi mo siya kinonsider, under-design ka. Okay? So, ito ang input sa ATAB. So, let's say, nasa third floor ako, 3.64 meter. Ito yan eh. Ayan. 3.64 and 5.58. Puntahan ko to. Define. So, 3.64 and 5.58. So, ang lalagay ko dito, 3.64 and 5.58. So, yan yung overwrite ng eccentricity for response spectrum analysis. Click OK. Then, click OK. Then, click OK. So, but for now, wala tayo nito kasi not exist siya. So, 5% lang tayo. Click OK. Then, RSY ko is 5% din. Click OK. Click OK. Then, itong SRSS na to, hindi mo na siya kailangan i-5% ito. 0 lang siya. Okay? Click OK. Then, run natin yung analysis. Okay, so ito yung discussions natin dito. Putulin ko yung video dito. So, next video yung design.